Hi everyone, welcome to Aziz's workshop. So this video is for the reveal of this saber. This is a prototype on the new series I want to produce. Is called Ballistic. This is the solder edition. The next ones I'll make probably will be with the metal core, so it's gonna be like the general edition or something like that. I honestly really like the design. It's a bit less complicated than most of my builds, but I think there's a couple of cool features in it. Like I said, this is a prototype, so there's been some flaws and mistake to it. I'm gonna go over them. Just so you know, it will be on sale on my page. The price will be $900 plus shipping. It's gonna be a raffle, so everyone that's interested in buying it will be able to subscribe, and actually I'm gonna do a drawing for the person that will be able to buy it. I first wanted to do an auction, but I think that it's more fair this way. Even though I would have probably made more money, I really want everyone to have a chance maybe to own it. So it's one of the reasons why I'm going to proceed that way. Just out of fairness for everyone. So yeah. I'm gonna start with the small flaws. Like I said, it's nothing that you can see, but I just want to mention them anyways. Here, underneath this, you have this part. This is 3 layers. So on the first layer here, I've done 2 holes, like 5mm, too short. And I redone the 2 holes at the right place. When I assembled this, I was like, I think I made a small mistake, so I remade it. Yeah, so you can't see them. There's no, but if you unassemble everything, you could see them underneath. So like I said, it doesn't change anything, but I prefer mentioning it. Here you have a small hole too on this layer. I thought I would need to put a screw here, but actually I didn't. So yeah, so there's a small hole here, but like I said, you cannot see anything that was made by mistake. Underneath here you have 2 holes, 2 threaded holes with M3 screw, set screw. I just used one because this one was okay and it holds very good, but underneath here I had another one and it was too much on the on the end of the chassis, and since it's resin printed, I didn't want to shatter the chassis in any way. So so yeah, I just used one and it holds very good, and that's about it. So that was the small things I just wanted to talk about before. If I go over the saber, here you have your switch box. This is your main, this is your auxiliary. Underneath here I have 3 LEDs. Those are skinny strips. I think it's 2020 LEDs with 5mm spacing, so the holes are done at 5mm each. What I did is that I shrink wrap with the white shrink wrap and then a clear shrink wrap. I fixed it underneath with the E6000, and after that I poured some resin inside the holes and cured them with UVs, so that it gives a good diffusion. After that, we have the Profi V3. I was able to put it just a little bit with the SD card, just a little bit lift up, so you can access it with a tweezer or thing like that. You can also just lift it up a bit. It's actually fixed underneath here, but it's just a small dab of E6000, and so you can just play with it a bit if you have a USB cord that it's a bit too bulky or something like that. So I just wanted to mention that. After that, you have your spring tab, positive on the tab here, negative on the spring, as always. I'm gonna do this video like a instruction video. The battery is pretty easy to get out, so you don't need any tools to do it. Like I said, this is resin printed. It's ABS resin, so it's very much more sturdy than the actual resin. It's less brittle, it has less chance to break, and the tensile strength is better. But it's still resin, so you have to mind knocking it, or having like a hard piece of metal or something like that, knocking a small detail, or it can break pretty easily with a knock with a metal or something like that. But except that, it's pretty sturdy. I added stainless steel tubing that goes from the speaker up to inside here. So the print has it helps on the warping and the bending. So I think the chassis will not deform. It's actually pretty thick. I've tried to have the wall as thick as possible. I've machined this crystal piece. So this is aluminium. It's been weathered, and it was actually pretty long to machine, but the outcome was like very pretty, so I'm very happy with it. It's a genuine quartz under it. Talking about LEDs, here you have 22 LEDs. It's a Cobe strip, Cobe LED strip. Under here you have 8, and you have another 10 in the emitter. The cool thing with Cobe LED is that they have a pretty cool density, and they also are pretty flexible, and they are already diffused. For sure that the whites are always a bit hard to diffuse, since you have 3 pixels doing the whites. It's always hard to have a good white, except if you have a RGB white strip. I didn't find it with those, but I will start doing more research on this. I find that for the emitter or things like that, it's pretty easy to bend, and it's really hard to break. I've tested some and bend them on my finger like that and everything, and it still works very good. So yeah. So these are the accent, except for the switch box that is a skinny strip, because this is a bit too large. It's the same, about the same width as my box, so it doesn't work. We have a 28 millimeter 3 watt speaker for homes. I think that's about it. I'm gonna put it on and show you a couple of things. So in the design of the emitter circle, I did like some small box inside, so that we have the impression that there is more lead than they are. It gives a pretty cool effect. As you can see, I did a couple of effects. I'm really happy with this. I think it came out really good. The light through the resin helps diffuse it, and I think the effects are pretty cool. It's like it's continuing onto here. It's just a cycle color, but it actually does a great job. I have put on this a couple of fonts. I created a font package with a FX package for this series. It's actually a Greyscale package. You have 2 paid fonts. After that, you have 7 free fonts, and all by Greyscale. And you have also the Grond font, which is Samuel Tardif. Samuel Tardif that actually made the Grond font. It was for one of my run, and it's Lord of the Ring inspired, and I find that with a fire blade, it's always a good choice. So the first font is Binary Dark by Greyscale, like I said. Let me fire it up. So I've tried to do different effects for each. Some are the same. At some point you run out of effects to do, so I didn't want just to have like glow and that's it, you know. So everything has moving effects. Gonna browse through them. After that, I'm gonna put the grip on, and we're gonna listen to the sound with the grip, since it's really different. I think the resonance is pretty good. So this is another one. This is Binary Light. This is a sky blue. Some have prion, some have not. I wanted to mix them out. I've tried to put like all the colors. So each font has a different color, and I tried to do like all the colors. So you have 10 fonts total, 8 different colors and 2 special. I think it's pretty cool. On Proffi, you have a flash space. Since the V3, the flash space has augmented, which allowed me to use a fastest code for them. So you should not have any latency with the FX when you use the ordinary speed code. Sometime when you do blasters and things like that on a complex blade, and you have full of FX running at the same time, it could have delayed a bit the FX, and if you're doing like multiple blasts at the same time or things like that, it would like it would show some lag, you know. So with the fastest code, I'm at 95% of the total space required. So yeah, I use it properly to actually accelerate everything. So this is Masterless. It's a blood orange. It doesn't have a prion. So some have not. I started it with Binary Dark, which is red. Then you have Sky Blue. Then you go to Blood Orange. The next one is green. This is Coda. still by Greyscale. Another one is Noble. Sorry, it's Noble. It's royal blue. So this one also don't have a crayon. Sometimes you don't want to wait on a crayon, so I mixed it up a bit. This one is purple. It's called Deadlink. I also tried to put, you know, the sound. I was trying to most fit the sound with the colors. This one is engine grip. It's more like a Coran horn or you know, Bud saber. Next on, it's white. This one is called Volatile. Like I said, the white is kind of hard to get on these strips. Since they go through the resin, I think it separate a bit the color on the white, since the crystal is the same strip, but it come out more white. Still pretty cool. Also, you have FX on blast and lockup, clash.
Cripity.
This one is Cripity. I've used Brian Connor blade style for it. Made the rest myself. I use also the Preon on this, as you can see. So this is Cripity. It's a magenta and a cyan. Pretty cool font. And I end up with the Grond. So let me put the grip on. So you have your auxiliary to change your fonts while off. You can also check
3.83 volts.
So my battery is at 3.83 volts if you hold the auxiliary. To whomever will buy this saber, I will send you also the button configuration, so what you can do with the buttons. I will also put the config on the SD card, and I will ask of the buyer to give me his pixel count on on his blade that he will use with this. It's pretty important to have the right pixel count, so that the stab, melt effects shows at the tip of the blade. I made it pretty long, so it's okay if we're like 1 or 2 pixels off, but just to mention. So yeah, just to make you hear. So this one is binary dark. don't have much space to swing, but I want to make you hear a bit what it sounds like. Sorry for that. Also, you have clashes, blaster, lockup. So overall, I think that the sound is pretty good. What I was able to do is actually here you can see that you have vents there. Those vents are spaced that way. So you have sound that rebound here and get out from the lips here. And you have the direct sound also there. So it makes maybe a little bit more bassy, a bit more, you know, the sound bounce a bit more before getting out. So it's pretty cool. The blade style, I went a bit plain. It's flickering. It's a bit like the old trilogy, but I didn't want to make super complex blades for all the colors. You have Cripity and the fire blade that are a bit special, but for the rest, I just wanted to have like cool blade like this. So that's the one that the blade is a bit special. So it's a mix. It's hard to see on camera, but it's a mix of cyan and magenta, purple magenta. So yeah. And you have the fire blade. That's some front is so aggressive. So yeah, that's about it. So this saber is gonna be on sale on my page. Like I said, I'm gonna do a raffle for it, $900 plus shipping. So everyone that's interested, just have to comment on the on the sale post, and yeah, I'm gonna give like a couple of days to anybody that interested to mention it. Some things I want to be clear about is that like I said, it's a prototype. Also, all my sabers, I'm sorry, but they scratch. So like you can see here, it's not big scratch or deep ones. You can take a steel wool and just get them off. I think it add to the weathering, but it's the way I have to make my sabers. I have the shrouds. The shroud is actually helping the grip when the lock is, because when you tight the lock, you want them to compress, so the shroud compresses here too. It's just metal on metal marks. It's nothing deep, but I prefer mentioning it. I think that all my customers that bought a saber from me know that. It happens. It's part of it's part of the way I make my sabers. I have no choice. When it's gonna be threaded, maybe it's gonna be different, but yeah, I just want to mention it so that there's no surprise. So I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know if I showed you, but the kill switch is actually here. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll be putting this on my page tomorrow on the sale post. Thanks, guys.